Welcome to another Transformers animated review. This time we're going to be looking at the Deluxe Class Cybertron mode Autobot Ratchet. And yes, it is an animated figure. I know it's been a long time since I've done an animated figure, mainly because, they canceled the line a long time ago. And with so many unreleased figures, they figured out a way to start releasing some of them, at least, to the public. And here in the US, Ratchet and RC, who have yet to find so far, have been released as Toys R Us exclusives. So here's Ratchet in his Cybertron mode, which is a Cybertronian ambulance, and it is a kind of a walking tank almost looking, with the treads on it, and it kind of walks in them, kind of like a Metal Gear almost. Very similar to Long Arm, also known as Shockwave. But yeah, it is a very nice little mode. The toy itself was packaged in robot mode, I think, because this is, even for a deluxe class figure, this is pretty tall. I think it would have been kind of hard for him to fit the vehicle itself in like this. It does, one thing I really like, its weapons that it uses in robot mode are actually stored here in the back. I was not expecting that. And the wheels on the bottom actually do not hurt the figure at all. It actually allows it to roll pretty smoothly. I mean, you can hear the wheel, all four of the wheels are moving. So it actually works out pretty nice. And it has the ambulance symbol here on the side that you see in his Earth mode. And it's kind of a type of these floodlights on top that really kind of neat, make it look neat. And it also kind of, the vehicle itself just really reminds me, it's kind of an obscure reference, but it actually really reminds me of Rodimus Prime, because it just kind of has kind of a Winnebago look to it. And we'll just do a quick comparison with the Earth mode Ratchet. You can see that he is actually a lot bigger than his older but somewhat newer version. Definitely a lot taller, has probably about a good inch on it. Just overall, it's just a lot bulkier, and I really do like this design more. It holds together a lot more, a lot less panel lines. This one's just chock full of panel lines. So, and I'm not sure why, but just the whitish gray that's on this color just looks more appealing than this kind of prototype gray look that it has on this one. It just looks cleaner. So yeah. So that's just about him for vehicle mode. To transform Ratchet into robot mode, first just gonna take these weapons here off the back. Start with the legs, detach them from the sides here. Then rotate them around inward, like this. And then so that this hole's in the front, because you'll go around the back and flip the entire tread around to form the feet. Like that. Then you can fold this entire section down. Then get that straightened out. Pull this whole section forward like this, and then slide the front treads a little bit inward so that these holes right here are going to be lining up with this red peg here, like that. And then fold the hood down like this. And then we're going to be working on the arms. Basically just snap these off the sides here. Just fold them out like this, which is a little bit clumsy because there's these feel a little bit big while working them in and out of the allowed space. Okay. And fold the entire back panel down like this, fold in the arms, and then fold up these pieces here, and then just tilt the head forward a little bit, and he's done. So here we have Ratchet in his robot mode, and it is basically just a younger looking version of what we had before. I'll do a comparison too. Just average posability. Shoulders can go in and out. Has a double elbow hinge, which a lot of toys are having now. The wrist can rotate, which the other one cannot, which is really cool. And it has the, I don't have it with me, I wish I would have thought of this before, but it has the same socket, I guess, that so you can plug in the EMP generator that came with animated lockdown. So that's really neat that they still thought about that. You can bend the knees, not all the way back, and if you want to get technical, some foot articulation, and has a ball joint in both of the legs here, no waist, and some head, and it can look up and down. It does come with these two weapons here. I'm not sure they're really going to be considered weapons, but they will really, I don't know what they're called, the paddles that they use to shock patients with. I think they're supposed to be something like that. It probably would have helped if I read the box. But I thought they would be like kind of a peg, but it actually just kind of snapped around the wrists, around the hands on both sides. You can see. Come on. There you go, like this. And this one has a gimmick on this hand, which is really silly. I wasn't expecting this, but you kind of gotta take your thumb or whatever, hold it right here by this little piece here, and there's a button on the back. And it's really one of the silliest things I've ever seen. So, but it really doesn't hurt the figure in any way, so I can't really deduct the figure for that. So let's just do a quick comparison with his older / newer self in a way. As opposed, this one has a, since he's a little bit younger here, he has a smile, and you can barely see a smile there. You can kind of see it there, and his forehead crest thing isn't broken, as opposed to this one. Looks real sad and kind of grumpy and broken down. Just definitely looks a lot older. But both are great figures. It really depends on how much really you are still into animated. I never realized until getting this figure how much I really still like the animated figures. The transformations are fun, not too complex, as opposed to the Revenge of the Fallen figures, which are pretty much way overcomplicated. Some more than others. But these are still really fun figures, but it really just depends on your personal preference and taste if you're really should get this figure still. Now, I would recommend him. He's really fun. I think he's a great looking figure. The only, I just remembered, the only thing I can really take away from the design is in the actual chest. On the box art and in the cartoon, when you see Cybertron mode Ratchet, his window on the chest here is is black, and it's definitely more of a sharp V, and this just doesn't really represent that well at all. I mean, it vaguely does, but not very well. I think they just could have, I don't know, they just kind of let this one pass by. Trying not to, their idea of the animated figures was make them as show accurate as possible. I think they could have done just a little bit of a better job in just the chest piece area. But still, it's not bad looking at all, just nitpicking about it. I think it's a great figure, and but it really just depends on your personal taste or preference whether or not to get it. So, you be the judge. I think it's a great figure. Until next time, thank you for watching.